Good day, reader. I definitely enjoy to give you some ridiculously worded introduction that's filled to the nines with useless fluff. But today I can't exactly give you that. Given the recent developments of the world today, such as the rapid onset of an economic decline, national scale, mind you, an explosive pandemic, and increasing numbers of unemployment, the eternal question in the minds of literally everybody is regarding their own well-being. This, for many, is only a building block, with the foundation being financial security and the importance of keeping spending habits low. That's why I have come up with the near perfect solution, I think, for keeping costs lower than ideal. The answer is simple. Buy yourself a motorcycle, a scooter, a bicycle, a two-wheeled vehicle. The reason I raise this point is because they call for maximum situational awareness and optimal safety from self-made accidents. They leave a smaller carbon footprint on this earth, and they are statistically easier on your wallet in relation to monthly insurance premiums, gas prices, and maintenance to that of an automobile. Now, as I mentioned before, my first point is that owning a two-wheel vehicle brings in a situational awareness and a perpetual state of danger, because as everyone knows, two-wheeled vehicles are found to be inherently dangerous, more dangerous than automobiles. Fear not, however, for the topic of safety is stressed upon now more than it ever has been. On another hand, as well, danger can be greatly avoided if one attends safety classes, which have evolved into incredibly informative lessons that explore every single nook and cranny of motorcycle safety for a relatively small price. And there is never a price you can put on safety. The next point that I raise in my insistence on two wheels is that their engines and their respective sizes hold a widely unknown stake in finding a way to decrease this carbon footprint that many predict is going to be the downfall of our civilization in this ongoing eternal fight against climate change. Now, it's not very well known by a lot of people, but the automobile industry, they're a bunch of liars. They inflate their vehicle efficiency statistics by using an ideal everything. Ideal oil, ideal gas, ideal transmission fluid, ideal braking fluid, name it. Alright, now let's take the engine of my car, a 2015 Ford Fusion, for an example. The engine size on that car is a 2.5-liter engine. It exhausts itself, and the purported gas mileage for the highway use was intended to be 29 to 31 miles per gallon. Sadly, it only gets about 25.3 miles to the gallon, which is an incredibly notable difference. Now, let's take into consideration, per se, a Kawasaki Ninja 400cc, which is generally hailed as an ideal beginner's motorbike with an engine 6 times smaller than that of the Fusion. The fuel economy on this can vary anywhere from, per se, 50 to 75 miles per the gallon, depending on the size of the rider and the weight of the rider. Now, with fuel economy like that, the two-wheeled vehicle it's inevitable it's going to emit less emissions, and it is found to use lesser gas on a long trip, as the engine doesn't have to exhaust itself, just like the Fusion. Remember how I said that there was a foundation of overall well-being, that the foundation of overall well-being for so many relies on financial security and keeping costs low? Well, that's going to come into play here. As reported by LendingTree's Value Penguin service, overall insurance premiums reported by riders all across the state of Georgia amounted to be nearly $74 per month on average. Now, it still seems like a lot, doesn't it? Well, let's put that into contrast with California, whose insurance premiums were as highest as $130 per month, which could be equivalent to that of a very, very used automobile if you're being generous with your insurance agency. Now we're going to compare that to North Dakota's, whose lowest were $32. Now, remember back to point 2, that the engine sizes and fuel economy and all that jazz. I described the engine size of a Ninja 400cc to be 6 times smaller than that of my car. A smaller engine means, of course, a smaller gas tank. With this 400cc as my example, I found the tank size to be 3.7 gallons. And as of right now, at this very recording, the gas price in Georgia is $1.70 across all. Now let's multiply that with the tank capacity. Let's run the math there. Let's see. 1.7 times 3.7. That equals about out to $6.50 per fill-up. Those prices, along with waived maintenance fees in favor of self-maintenance, which does pay for itself in the long run, just as it would be for an automobile. How could you not consider getting yourself a two-wheeled vehicle? With the insight that I have provided today about the efficiency of two-wheeled vehicles, it is my dire hope that you at least put some kind of thought into considering one. Thank you.